Okay, I'm going to keep this extremely brief, but the video I posted yesterday about the Forsaken ability ranking has a lot to talk about. I structured this video really badly and need to own up to this, and something big I need to mention is that this video is not going to try to convince you of my already established opinions. Everyone has their own playstyle and views on Forsaken, and I know I won't be able to convince anyone something they firmly believe against. Okay, so the comments I've received since dropping this video have been vicious. A vast majority of them, despite being harsh, are honestly correct in calling out the big mistakes I made in my mindset, while others not so much. In the intro of the video, I went over some guidelines I used to make the ranking. These guidelines mostly sucked. It's never a good idea to make a ranking based off of personal experiences in specific. That makes it incredibly biased. Parts I was called out for, such as not mentioning hatfix and chances section, is something I knew but didn't feel the need to acknowledge. This is a really unhealthy mindset, and any situations which apply to this mistake, I will own up for. Secondly, just so you guys know, I have a bit over 9 days on Forsaken. I have every survivor at least level 30 or so, with some of them approaching 100 as you can see here. I have experience and a lot of game knowledge. I generally understand how people can get the idea that I basically never played Forsaken with these placements, but it was basically my poor choices of what to include and what not to include and how I interpreted the video. It is very important to consider every niche scenario in rankings, put pros over cons every time, and rank based off of this. But there is a but in this argument. I don't think I should be expected to know every game function, situation, possible outcome, corner of each map, all of that. It's something simply nobody can do, and at times I did make a genuine mistake that are risky to make in rankings like this. And because this video is done in a worst to best ranking and not a tier list, an ability in the bottom 10 does not and never means it is necessarily bad. It means that there are 30 better ones, for example. An argument of Plasma Beam being in the bottom 10 is crazy is not applicable, but the argument of Plasma Beam being below Tripwire is surprising, and here's why, that's a good argument. And I think people need to stop seeing low rankings as useless. Oh, and an extremely notable thing I need to mention here. Most recordings you see in this video are either really old or purposely staged to show something. I made a huge mistake by not confirming the nature of where these admittedly really bad recordings came from. I'm currently in the process of re-recording every character, so this won't be an issue in the future. Now, based off of what I've said, some changes that definitely apply to what I've made up here are situations like Cool GUI getting second to last. This is based off of my own pure experiences of not ever getting too much out of this ability due to, and I quote, who's leaving 07 for last anyway. This is a really awful mindset to have in a ranking like this. Basing rankings off of your own experiences, don't do it. It won't end well. Hatfix, Block, and Slate Skin should have all ended up higher for the same reasoning. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. I've made so many mistakes in this video that I need to own up for, while still defending some slip-ups that I just couldn't identify and fix. Anyways, the pressure update is tomorrow, so I'm gonna give myself a week or two until another Forsaken video to re-record everything and make sure I get the facts correct, as my next Forsaken video is ranking the Forsaken survivors from easiest to hardest.